gentleman, a wonderful guest here. And we're actually introducing him a little bit cold here, but a lot of Native people across the Great Turtle certainly has witnessed his pride that he has in learning a new language, and has actually invoked a lot of my own people to start taking up their language as well. And we're very pleased to have the MP that really surprised everyone and got a big round of applause from not only Native people but also his constituents and so many people that you probably don't even know. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you Mr. Mark Miller.
Hi everyone. How's everyone doing? I'd like to say hi to you in a language that's been here longer than 400 plus years, and I'll just fire it off and then I'll translate it for people, because I think that not only saying is important, but the content of the words are even more important. So here we go. Wakwanuirado is nenegan seweatoronu. Wagatsanuni tsiskat negan idewes neganyangahaga ganagaras Tetsi de wanu eradu ne sonquadisu ne aguego te songwawe neganti daidewatsi qua ege. Eto ginawanage tanu ona eto. So what I said quite briefly is welcome everyone. I'm happy to be here with you on Mohawk Ganyangeha traditional territory. Let us thank the Creator for everything He's given us, including the game of lacrosse and quite literally knocking the ball around. And finally, those are my words, that's all. Alors, ce que j'ai dit en français, je vais aller à notre deuxième langue, notre officiel, le français. J'ai remercié tous ici d'être présents. Je suis très content de vous accueillir sur la terre traditionnelle Mohawk. Et j'ai remercié le Créateur pour tout ce qu'il nous a donné. Et ceci étant dit, la crosse, tant qu'à y être, c'est le match, c'est le jeu du Créateur, tout simplement. Ce sont mes mots, et c'est tout. So I'm really humbled to be here, and I'd like to take this attention. This is the first time I've had the chance to really reflect on some of the words I said in Parliament. And I'm almost embarrassed at the reaction. It was intended to be a humble message of peace to a specific First Nations, but it's sort of resounded around Canada, around the world. People that have their languages threatened have been sending letters, and I'm very humbled by it. There are so many more people that have done more and will do more for the Mohawk language, Ganyangahaga, than I will. I'm just trying to do my little part. And so today we're celebrating the Creator's Game, which for me growing up was just a game of lacrosse, but for a lot of people it has a spiritual impact, and it's not readily apparent, but it is a healing game. I came out last week from a game of lacrosse with a few bruises, but it was also very healing to play with some of my friends. That spiritual aspect was lost on me, but it has some deep significance for a lot of people around here, and I think you'll witness a bit of it today. And so simply welcome. I'm a politician, I'll try not to take too much time, but they asked me to speak in 3 languages, so that kind of triples things. Merci beaucoup d'être ici. Je suis très ému de pouvoir parler en langue Mohawk. Il n'y a pas beaucoup de gens qui le comprennent. J'espère dans les décennies à suivre qu'il va y avoir bien plus de gens qui vont le comprendre et qu'on puisse le parler entre nous. Aujourd'hui, on célèbre, puis on voit un match original. C'est le jeu du Créateur qui existe ici depuis plusieurs siècles, pas juste 150 ans. Peut-être jusqu'à, je ne suis pas l'historien, mais on pourrait dire des millénaires. Donc, je suis ravi d'être ici. Je suis très touché par l'attention que j'ai eue pour mon allocution en chambre en langue Mohawk, mais je ne suis pas la personne qui a fait le plus pour avancer la langue, mais je fais de mon mieux. Alors, je vous remercie simplement d'être ici, puis bon match tout le monde!
His next appearance will be at Comic-Con. He'll be speaking Klingon for everybody. Once again, please give him a round of applause to Mr. Mark Miller. I'm looking around today to some of the familiar faces here today, and I come across my good friend of mine, Travis, who's actually standing right next to Mr. Mark Miller, who designed some of the wonderful lacrosse sticks here. I'd like to invite him up over here. Please, wonderful gentlemen from the community of Ganasadage. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a round of applause to Mr. Travis Gabriel. There's also another gentleman here that unfortunately I don't have his name. Can you please introduce me to him, please?
Right over here, this is one of my really good friends that I got to know very well through the lacrosse stick making family, and his name is Richie Big Kettle, and he's from Seneca Territory. So he is one of my really good friends and fellow stick makers. I'm very proud to be here with him today. It's a friendship that we started quite a while ago, and I'm proud that it continues, right? And some of the sticks that you're going to be seeing in the game are going to be coming from Richie and myself, along with Alfie Jocks, who I saw over here in the corner somewhere. He's around here somewhere. Right over there, right? If you guys want a group picture, we'll encourage Alfie to come over. Alfie has been doing this for a very long time. He's been making lacrosse sticks a very, very long time. And I'm going to use the L word on him. Legend. Okay? I'm going to use that L word. And so, for those of you who've got your cameras who really want to witness some beautiful stuff, right on the field behind us is where we're going to see the game being played in the old fashion, right? And this is a game that we hold very dear, because for us, every time that we're making a stick, every time that we hold a stick in our hands, we acknowledge it and we understand it as a medicine. First and foremost, before we ever think of sport. It's a medicine for the energy that goes into the game. And for you guys that are going to be watching it, the energy that you're going to feel coming from the game, that's the reason why we think of that as a medicine. Ne aoriwa, o no kwa not ne. And that's the reason that is a big medicine for us. Okay? So those are some of the words that I wanted to share with you a little bit here. I don't want to take any more of Lance's time, because I know he's ready to go here too, and Buck over there, I can see him, he's itching too. And I almost, so what's no ni hage numa when he's arade. I hope that you're all going to have a happy time for the time that you're all gathered here together. Tony Wanaga.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
That's going to be $50 a piece for your pictures.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very happy to have these three gentlemen here who will continue on with our traditions today. I like that. You know, there was a time when I remember when I was very young, and like most young children would look forward to springtime for a brand new lacrosse stick, because you get older every single year. And we would travel to the different communities. We would travel to Aguasasne, we would travel to Ganasadage. If you're not familiar where Aguasasne is, that is near Cornwall across on the American side, and Ganasadage is near Oka. I remember driving with my mom in the anticipation of getting that lacrosse stick in my hand, and I couldn't wait. And knowing that I would get that lacrosse stick in my hand, knowing that there would be another whole year where that lacrosse stick was my third arm. And I would take that lacrosse stick, and I would make a point of playing lacrosse every single day. And the beautiful thing is that has continued. The lacrosse sticks have changed. But one of the more beautiful parts about that is how families have passed on that tradition of lacrosse. I was very happy and very honored here today, and he's around here somewhere. I want to give a shout out to my Uncle Skippy, who actually gave me my first lacrosse stick. And he's a good friend of Lewis, one of the key organizers here today. And I'm acknowledging him because outside of him being my family, but I also want to acknowledge him because without his encouragement for the game, I don't think I would have played lacrosse for as long as I did. I wasn't the best, but that didn't make much of a difference to myself and many of my friends. We played as best as we possibly could. So to my Uncle Skippy, I want to give a big round of applause. And for all the fathers and grandfathers for passing out lacrosse stick, please give yourself a round of applause. We are about ready to get things going. Now, first and foremost, we want to make sure that you take as many pictures as possible. I want to make sure, is Gunadogo here? Is he here today? Gunadogo Hemlock? Okay. We're calling upon Gunadogo before we do start. One of the other things that I wanted to make sure to is that we want you guys to cheer, have fun, make as much noise as possible. So this is what we're going to do. We want you guys to make as much noise as possible. On a count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Really? We're going to do that again. 1, 2, 3. Fantastic. That's the kind of day that I want to have here today. It's a beautiful day. We're very happy that the Creator has given us a wonderful, wonderful, warm day. The sun is out. We are going to play some lacrosse here today. You guys looking forward to it? Sounds like it's going to be a heck of a lot of fun, I'll tell you that. We have some great lacrosse players who are going to come out here. Now, this is going to be the first example of lacrosse. The first example of lacrosse here today is we're going to have 2 different clans. Now, in this area, not in the full part of native country, but in this area, we have 3 specific clans. We have the Bear clan, we have the Wolf clan, and we have the Turtle clan. I myself am Wolf clan. Many others are part of the Turtle clan. Some are part of the Bear clan. Buck, what clan are you? Bear over there. So we have a great representation of some wonderful clans that are going to be here today. So that's what we're going to see here today as far as the older game is concerned. We are going to see 2 different clans playing lacrosse. We are going to see the Wolf clan, and we're going to see the Bear clan. You choose who you want to decide on who's going to be your personal favorite. The red is the Bear clan, which is a significant color to the bear, and the blue is going to be Wolf clan. Now, I being Wolf clan, you know who I'm going to be choosing for, even though I'm wearing red and stuff like that. That's what's going to happen with me on my side. But as soon as they come out, my character is going to be changing. I will still be your MC, but I will tell you, I'm going to be deep, locked in, 1800s lacrosse. We might see some people get hurt big time. We might see some of our women going out there. We might see some severe stuff there. I'm telling you, we are going to see an authentic lacrosse game as it would have been at the beginning of the 1800s. I'm telling you, people, it's going to be something. With me over here is another fine gentleman here, which, by the way, I want to introduce to you as my good friend Jim, who's the organizer of here. And Jim, first of all, handshake. Second of all, round of applause. So before we get started with this, the thing I wanted to say to you, thank you for this. You did a wonderful job. Where's your book? Is your book here on site?
I'm not going to plug that.
No, I will. I definitely will. He wrote a wonderful book on lacrosse, and if you get an opportunity to see his book, it from the beginning to where lacrosse is nowadays. Jim, I'm telling you, thank you so much for this. I know you're not only just a fan, but you're certainly somebody that appreciates everything that's going on here. Again, thank you very much.
I'll just say one thing. First of all, who you really need to thank today is the Canadian Lacrosse Foundation, because they've put this whole thing forward for the 150th anniversary. So big hand of applause for the Canadian Lacrosse Foundation. And we're ready to start. Yeah. Luis will bring, come over to you after.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to transport you to the early mid part of the 1800s, when the lacrosse game would start. This is what you would see. Bring your attention over there, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, before we start, we always do an opening in Ganyageha, our language. So what I'm seeing is Ganyagarewesa, ne Zawagwego, ne Gadi, that's the Nualada, ne Suguadizo, ne Wahi Rasaoyo, Agwego, Zinahoda, de Dawaya, ne Zionzade, Danuida, Wani Tatsu, de Gadanualado. The Tinualado, ne Ungwe Sua, the Tinualado, ne Yetinistaha, Zionzade, the Tinualado, ne Gah Negarunyo. The tinuolado ne gudzu su'a. The tinuolado ne ohtera su'a. The tinuolado ne ohunde su'a. The tinuolado ne jonhekwa. The tinuolado ne gahi su'a. The tinuolado ne onunkwa su'a. The tinuolado ne garunda su'a dan ogure su'a. The tinuolado ne guntirio. The tinuolado ne gaeri ni gawarage. The tinuolado ne ozidon ogua. The tinuolado ne yetisotogo radiweras. The tinuolado ne yukisota asuntonka garakwa. The zidawanuolado ne sungwazia choganeka garakwa. Te tinuorada ne zio zisto quarunio zit carunyade. Te zido nuorada ne sugwayadizo. Ona toni ore ne wagade watqueni do goteno zigeni gurno. Ize gineze wanigusu za wakwadago. Tano aze wadara swiohage. Nyawakowa.
Nyawagoa. We're very happy to also have a very sacred, majestic bird, our eagle that's out there. And we're very happy to have him out here. Thank you very much, Nyawagoa. Merci beaucoup for having our eagle out here. Wonderful applause for our eagle and our eagle carrier out here. Well, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you sight things up here, we are now broken into two teams. The teams are on this side over here, we have the Bear Clan. On this side over here, we have the Wolf Clan. And over here on this side, on the bench over here, you have our elder and also most likely what would be probably her daughter or granddaughter who would be taking care of her, because this is a medicine game that's going on. So quite possibly one of our elders is not feeling too good right now, so these young men are playing the game today specifically to help out the elder feel really, really better today. And hopefully you'll get that same feeling too. So the first thing here is that we have our two teams that are coming together. Now, things may happen, people, where you might be surprised, because I can tell you they're young and they certainly have a lot of fever in them, more than probably a lot of the older guys would. So they have a lot of speed, they have a lot of agility, and most importantly, I don't think they like each other too much. So this might not even be a good game to say that this was a friendly game. But most importantly, this game is for our elder that's sitting down over here. So the first thing we're going to do is they're going to have what they would call a face-off. So we're going to have our first group that's going to be there. Our lacrosse players have laid out their tobacco. There's actually even some betting that's going around here today on a gambling table. Who's going to be winning? Who's going to be taking home a prize here? Oh yeah, we gambled, and we gambled good, and we gambled well. So we gambled definitely on a lacrosse game like this, specifically for young guys like this, because we knew there would be a lot of action. So the ball goes up, and the game is in play, and here we go. We're starting things off here. Give a round of applause, everybody. So as we see, the Bear Clan is running up there. The pass is made over there, intercepted there by the Wolf Clan. Wolf Clan is picking it up. The ball is loose. Once again, the Bear Clan has a ball into play. I don't know if you noticed this or not, but you have a few lacrosse players. And do we get a goal or not yet? They have to hit the pole to get a goal. If you notice, a couple of lacrosse players are playing with moccasins that they did trading with the Wendaga Nation, that would be now known as the Huron Nation, that they probably traded or they threatened that they would take more of their land during that time. So they decided that they were going to play with the brand new type of moccasins that they had. Others, the young men, were told by their fathers and grandfathers that you need to be close and touching your Mother Earth, so they're playing with bare feet today. So here they are, they're on the playing field. And the ball is still into play there. Now these lacrosse sticks, as we said earlier, were redesigned to fit the time. The lacrosse sticks nowadays are a lot more thinner, but during that time, these lacrosse sticks were also used to, in the game of play as well, also to scrape the legs of most of the players here with the bear gut that is used on the lacrosse stick. On the game was out of play. There's a long pass going out there. Wolf Clan is going to get the ball. Wolf Clan has picked up the ball. The pass is made. Intercepted once again. Looks like we have The Bear Clan having the ball. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. This is a good lacrosse game. This is a real lacrosse game going on here. And we also have our chief who's out here who's making sure that nobody gets hurt. Not much in terms of rules here. Pretty much rules were not really established during his time. Stick around and we'll talk about that a little bit later on. Basically right now, it's a question of picking up the ball, trying to get passes there, and making sure that nobody really gets hurt that bad. As you can tell, none of these players even now have, look at that, look at that, Bear Clan was up there. No one is playing with any, look at that, I love it, boys, keep pushing. Nobody here is playing with any kind of padding or any kind of protection whatsoever. Basically, they're playing with loincloths and shorts from Walmart, which are on sale this week for $12.95. Ball still into play right now. Bear Clan's picking it up. Nobody's coming in there. Somebody's got to get in there. Get in there. Ball's loose. And the ball is out of play, coming back into play here. These guys can play for hours. Not one of them is over the age of 20. So you know they could keep running and running. And you notice there's no other players there on the side. And there you go. There you go. Fantastic. Certainly our Elderfield's really good. You could tell she's feeling really happy right now. Oh, and it makes her feel so good. Right now, she's sitting there and her heart is feeling so open right now as it would with a medicine game. One of our chiefs is out there and he's talking with the players and he's telling them also what he needs to be done on this playing field in terms of passing. So there we go. Ball is in play. Bear Clan has the ball, intercepted by Wolf Clan. Wolf Clan is trying to get in there, trying to get in the mix right there. Wolf Clan is desperately trying to get the ball. The big guy from the Bear Clan is standing out there. But look at this. Look at this little bit of pushing there, and I can't believe it's slipping there on the ground. That's what happens when you start playing with moccasins from the Wendoga Nation. We'll probably hear about that. I'm telling you. We'll have some words about that, and we'll take more of their land. I'll tell you that by the end of the day. Got to remember, this is 1820. Just go with it. But this is, ladies and gentlemen, a real lacrosse game. This is nothing here is fake here today, I'll tell you that. Hopefully everybody here has an opportunity to see that this is how it would have looked. Wow, think about it. This is how it would have looked 200, 300, 400, 500 years ago. Same thing, except with the shorts from Walmart for $12.95. Ball is still into play right now. We're looking at the guys who are trying to get there. A little bit of a slip there on the playing field. And it's picked up there by the Bear Clan. Bear Clan's trying to get out to the side here, trying to see if they can pass that ball, which, by the way, is made out of the best leather that you've ever seen here. And it looks like the Wolf Clan has the ball. Wolf Clan trying to get that ball out there to another Wolf Clan player. But the ball seems to be stuck on the ground, and now it's being picked up here. They're going across here. We got a breakaway. The breakaway is going across here. We see these guys running across, and I'll tell you something. There is stones on this field, even though they try to take care of it, but nobody cares. Nobody's stopping. This is the real deal. The ball is being thrown. It's outside, but, you know, it doesn't matter because the Bear Clan is going out there and grabbing the ball. Now, the Bear Clan has possession of the ball right now. Wow, what a great pass. Now, occasionally something would happen where sometimes a fight would break out during these missions but not today because our elder said no. Yatano, she said, Yato, no. This is a medicine game. So our elder has told us that this is a medicine game specifically, so we're not going to have any fighting whatsoever. And she said it. And so we're going to stick to that. But here's the ball. It's still going around here. There you go. Berkline's coming out there. That was a smash of a stick. Look at the ball's loose over there. Who picks it up? There we go. We got a nice chance here for the Wolf Clan to get another point. Ball slips out of the stick here. Look at that. 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 Slipping. Look at that. And look at that. And by the way, holding is permitted too because there are no specific rules like this. It's trying to get that ball there as best as possible. Now we're seeing the Bear Clan picking up the ball. Oh, picked up there, looks like by the Wolf Clan. Wolf Clan is having possession of the ball behind what would be the goal post. Now, if you notice that it's not a net, it is an actual post, which they have to hit with the ball to get a point. A little bit of a scuffle behind the goal post there. They're picking it up, trying to get it loose. Possession still held. And we're looking to see if the Bear Clan can pick it up. Looks like Bear Clan is definitely trying to pick it up. Wolf Clan's getting in there. But right now we have the Bear Clan who has the ball right now, getting a little bit stuck in the mud, pushing things out there a little bit. There you go. The ball is passed. And there you go. Now we got a breakaway there. Oh, there you go. Nice pass there. Nice interception there by the Bear Clan. And Wolf Clan's desperately trying to get the ball here, trying to get possession. Now it's out of play right now. Best thing I can tell you, sir, is don't touch the ball with those lacrosse sticks because you will lose fingers, sir. And here you go. Opportunity missed. Make some noise, ladies and gentlemen. This is quite the game. Cheer on these young fellas. Notice no one's stopping for water. Because these guys really and truly are playing, I'm telling you. And there we go. It looks like we got, look at that, getting stuck there, trying to get around, hitting the stick being hit. Hey, there you go. Look at that. And a shot. Oh! Probably at this time right now, as even though that it's a medicine game, there's a couple of young warriors that are sitting there who are making bets on this specific game here on items that they have, whether if it was tobacco pouches or even other lacrosse sticks at times, or who is going to be going out in the field for the day. And there we go. It looks like the ball is still out there with the Wolf Clan getting the ball possession. Now it looks like the Bear Clan is passing it out. It's going out there. It's going out. It's going out. Looks like our chief got hit there for a bit. Dropped his Gastoa. Told you it's an intense game. The young Warriors check if he was okay, but the other Warriors are out there, and they're getting that lacrosse ball, which, by the way, is made with some of the finest leather that you'll ever find anywhere. And there you go. Here's an opportunity for the Bear Clan. Bear Clan trying to see if they can keep possession of the ball, see if they can get a point here. And they got a point! Our elder is so happy at this point. She is beaming, because this just completely makes her feel so well and so good here today. It is a wonderful feeling to see this. Now you see the chief is gathering around, and he's trying to give instruction to the Wolf Clan because he has played lacrosse for a very long time, and he's trying to help them out too as well, to give them a little bit of a strategy as to what they can do. And sure enough, the strategy might win for the Bear Clan and maybe for the Wolf Clan in that matter. Bear Clan, how we doing here? We doing okay? Yeah, they're just kind of smiling. Look at them. Wolf Clan, you guys are doing okay? Look like they're doing fine. What exactly is that? Holy smoke. Is that someone's moccasins? That's great. Those one dog and moccasins are terrible. By the way, don't tell any one dog at people that I said that. Or actually, you could. I'm not really worried. This is 1820. Okay, so here we go. We're working up a strategy here. So once again, I want to point out that this is something that you probably see often, even in the today's game. You'll see the officials going there and telling them specific things that they need to do. But in this case, you're seeing our chief here, who's now going off to the sidelines, and he's actually going to be talking to our elder here and to seeing how she's going to be doing here today and how is she's feeling. As for the game, we're continuing the gameplay here, and trying to see who has possession. It looks like that we have the Wolf Clan in possession of the ball. Bear Clan's trying to get in there, trying to see if they can squeeze the ball out of there. And looks like we got a loose ball once again picked up by the Bear Clan. Bear Clan on the breakaway, and we shoot and scores! Once again, Bear Clan coming in, surprising everybody. A lot of our elders are sitting around and they're enjoying the game, remembering when they were younger, seeing so many different lacrosse games for so many years. Our elder here today is feeling a lot better. And by all means, it's because of this wonderful lacrosse game that's going on here today. I'm not kidding you. This lacrosse game could last for hours with these young guys, these young warriors who are playing here today. Let's give them a big round of applause here for getting out there. And there you go, the ball is into play here. And it looks like we might have a breakaway. Is that possible? Oh, a near close shot here. And it looks like there's a fight that's breaking out here. Somebody has to get out there and break that fight there. Come on, guys. This is a medicine game. You know better than that. Our elders already said to stop it here. That's enough, guys. And it looks like that our chief is out there, and he's trying to explain it to him that whatever you guys are going to be doing, you better stop fighting now, because this is supposed to be a medicine game. Smarten up and make sure that you don't do that again. So our elder goes out there. She has words that she has to say to the chief here, and she wants to tell them that, more importantly, more than anything, you young people need to understand that you guys are out here for your medicine game. You're not out here to fight. Today, you're here to make sure that everyone here has a good time and everyone feels good about what they're doing here today. We don't want to have no more trouble. This is for the medicine. So they all say, Nyawagoa. So at that point, we give her a round of applause because she's controlled the field. So what these young gentlemen are going to do, and this is now in modern times, they're going to take a small little break here to get some water. But I got to tell you, in all honesty, these guys are something else. Give them a round of applause. We're going to take one of these lacrosse players. We're going to take you, sir. Come here. And we're going to take him out of the old game in 1800s. We're going to bring him in 2017. What's your name, sir?
Dehonadigan Nicholas.
There you go. And how old are you?
15.
15. He's 50. He can run all day. All day. Now, let me ask you something. Now, you're playing with barefoot. Is this, how do you feel about the game? Are you excited about how we're playing today?
Very excited.
Do you find this probably the best lacrosse game you've ever played?
Yeah, pretty much.
Is it interesting working with these lacrosse sticks from way back when?
Yeah, It's a good challenge, but it's fun.
Now, you being on the Bear Clan, what's your chances of redeeming yourself over the Wolf Clan?
Pretty high.
Yeah, I think so, right? I think if you just stand in front of the ball and run, I think no one's going to be jumping at you one bit. I think you have the advantage.
Thanks for your advice.
Okay, Bill, you're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, 15-year-old who's wearing shorts from Walmart, $12.95. Yeah, I already did the plug. You guys having a good time? You boys having a good time? It's good, right? All right, for this time, I guys want to see you guys run as hard as you possibly can. Because I'll tell you, your elder out here is feeling absolutely, positively amazing right now. Oh, isn't it the best? It's the best. By the way, I was told, and this, I'm not kidding you, I actually asked about being an MC if I was in the 1800s. They said you would be a wonderful storyteller. And I said, aw, thank you. Anyway, let's go back to this. I'm just kidding. All right, so we all had a purpose. So this is a day that nobody is planting in the garden today. It's a full-on lacrosse game, medicine game. And looks like we have the Wolf Clan who's got possession of the ball. And no, actually, no, look at that. It's our 15-year-old Brave there who's trying to keep hold of the ball, who's trying to get it loose there to his other Bear Clan team. Bear Clan has the ball here, trying to get the pass here to somebody, but decides that what he's going to do, he's going to pass it long. Ball is being passed over to the Bear Clan. Bear Clan now is getting pushed there by the Wolf Clan a little bit. Just a little bit of shoving and pushing, just a little bit. Now as you see the ball going out of play, you're also seeing the guys jumping right back in there. They're ready. Sticks are up, and the game is back on. It's kind of hard to see what's going on here. It's all jumbled up here. Oh, there you go. It looks like we have Wolf Clan is trying to get possession of the ball. Wolf Clan is holding on to it, passing it all the way midfield, all the way down to the Wolf Clan, trying to get a shot in there. And almost, Wolf Clan is almost dominating this second period that's taking place here on the hallowed halls of McGill University. In keeping with the tradition of what's going on with the lacrosse game, we want to hear you people make as much noise as possible. Let's cheer these young gentlemen on here today. Sometimes I forget I have to keep talking because I'm just amazed at this lacrosse game here. Just something else here. Watching these young people play. Oh, there we go. It looks like the Bear Clan has possession of the ball. Trying to find an open player, part of the clan there. Ball is a bit loose. Looks like the Wolf Clan is getting possession of the ball. Passing the ball from on the outside. Little bit of a mix-up there. Actually, I don't know if you know this or not, but sometimes they would actually even run outside of the field because there was no goalposts or anything that were, well, not goalposts, but I mean like this roped-off section here. You wouldn't see it during this time of a lacrosse game. Shot is made there by the looks like the Bear Clan. We didn't get a shot there. Well, it was Wolf. Thank you. I was thinking about the corn soup we're going to have after this, believe me. And the ball is held by the Wolf Clan. Wolf Clan is passing it back. Looks like the action is over there. Now the ball is being picked up right now by the Wolf Clan once again. Bear Clan trying to get possession of the ball, but Wolf Clan is dominating. We see the ball being passed around, and it's being pushed around. By the way, Oh, did you guys hear that? That hurt. The stick hitting against the side of a young guy's leg. My goodness. And it keeps going. Ball is being put in the possession right now across. And it is caught. It's received there by the Bear Clan. Bear Clan on the breakaway. Passing behind, right behind another Bear Clan player. Wolf Clan is there and trying to see if they can get the ball. The ball is being passed to the Wolf Clan. Almost. Wolf Clan is looking pretty good out there here today. Holy smokes, did you see that? And it's passed. And it looks like somebody can knock down that pole pretty easy. We're going to have one of our chiefs who's going to be fixing the pole over there. And the ball is loose. And it's picked up, and there you go. Almost. Wolf Clan had another opportunity to score. The ball is what technically in the modern game would be out of bounds, but there is no out of bounds during this game during the early 1800s. The ball is smacked out. Once again, in the possession of the Wolf Clan. Wolf Clan trying to get a good pass to get the goalpost. The Wolf Clan is passing pretty far, and there you go. And it looks like the Bear Clan is deciding to protect the goalpost so that there will be no additional scoring from the Wolf Clan. And it was a good idea because the ball was stopped by the Bear Clan, but the Wolf Clan has picked it up now. Wolf Clan is passing it back. And there's a bit of a who's who in trying to get the lacrosse ball. And it looks like Wolf Clan has got the lacrosse ball passed far, almost picked up by another Wolf Clan player. And again, you could tell that each one of these members of the Wolf Clan, they know where the other guy is. It looks like they've been playing since they were toddlers. Looks like the Wolf Clan with the possession of the ball. Once again, really dominating this whole game here today. And Wolf Clan with an opportunity. Ball is loose. Wolf Clan once again picks up the ball. And stopped there by Bear Clan. Bear Clan really slamming that stick down onto the ground as they normally would in any lacrosse game. Oh, and looks like he was tripped there. No biggie. Wipe the blood off, boy. You'll be fine. Pick up your toe after the game. And there you go. We have the Wolf Clan trying to hold on to the ball. It looks like that the Bear Clan now has picked it up. Bear Clan is having a really tough time with this period here. Ball is being tossed around up in the air. Trying to see if we can have possession here from the Wolf Clan once again. Bear Clan does pick up the ball once again. Now we're moving over to midfield here with a chance for the Bear Clan to score a goal. And now we're looking at this point right now, we're looking at the Wolf Clan trying to get a hold of the ball, but they're not going to get an opportunity here. Bear Clan is coming in strong. Picking up the ball right here is the Bear Clan. Everyone's in the scrimmage. Looks like finally the biggest guy from the Bear Clan has got in there, but that doesn't seem to matter right now because things are starting to move a little bit more to, it looks like almost, no, not quite. It looks like Bear Clan still has possession of the ball. And there you go. The ball is high. The countdown is on, ladies and gentlemen, for nearly the end of this game here today. So we approximately have another 5 minutes. Let's make some noise, people. Make some noise. Bear Clan, Wolf Clan, we have 5 minutes left. I want to see the hardest lacrosse game you've ever played for a medicine game here today. From here to the end, full-on medicine game. Let's go on here, boys. And there you go. Looks like the ball is in possession right now of Bear Clan. Nice opportunity there. Ball goes high. And a bit of checking, honest check-in there. Sir, are you okay? Looks like you almost lost your hat. Ball is high up. Come on, guys. Make some noise out there for our lacrosse players. 4 minutes, boys. Let's see you play hard. Make some noise. Let's give them some. Let's give them a reason for them to be playing a little bit hard here. And there's the ball. The ball is loose. Who's going to be getting the ball? Looks like we got Wolf Clan who's got the ball. Downfield, look at that. What an excellent pass there. Passing it all the way to another Wolf Clan player. Our young warriors are pushing it. Another 3 minutes left. Come on, guys. Let's get out there. Is there an opportunity? Opportunity. And the ball is loose. 2 minutes left, ladies and gentlemen. 2 minutes left. Wolf Clan has possession of the ball. The ball is being passed over to another Wolf Clan member, all the way directly into the hands of a Bear Clan. Bear passing it all the way. Nearly hits the post. That was pretty close. Now we have the Bear Clan has possession of the ball. 1 minute left to play left for this old-time lacrosse game. And it looks like we're going to have maybe have a breakaway. It doesn't look like it. I don't know. It looks like the ball is loose. Well, did you see that check? Once again, Wolf Clan has possession of the ball. We got another 30 seconds. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that ends the game here today. And miraculously, our elder feels a lot better. Give a round of applause. Now, traditionally speaking, once they speak to the chiefs, after that, all the members of the lacrosse team would come to the elder, and the elder would then address how she felt. This was a historic game. Now, traditionally speaking, to give you an explanation as to what's going to happen next, each one of the lacrosse players know that they played for our elder here today. Now, how she feels here today, to let you know here, gentlemen, don't go anywhere, boys. What she's going to do now is now she feels better. So now she's going to sing for you. You ready? Here you go. She's done a wonderful job for everyone. You have to address her and shake her hand here today because you played for her today. So you make sure all of you guys out there. Wasn't that awesome, guys? Seriously? You want to know something? One of these players has a little bit of scraping blood on them. That is so awesome. That is amazing. They're going to take a short break. They're going to catch their breath and stuff like that. Once again, these guys are going to come out, and believe it or not, they're going to be playing lacrosse right after this. We're going to jump to the 1860 game. So they're going to relax for a little while. In the meantime, we got a couple things. First of all, we have all the areas in where you can see the arts and crafts. We have the eagle that's here. And what you're going to see next is you're going to see the turn of events in 1860, how lacrosse then changed to the modern game. You guys having a good time? Fantastic. Give yourself a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. That was awesome. Yeah? You guys want to take photos? Take some photos while you're all dressed up. Good, right out here. All lacrosse players, come out here. Take off those jerseys. Lay them on the side. Spin your sticks. Shoulders down. Cross stick. You're on the bench. Face this way, shoulder guys to the front. Shoulder guys on your knee. All right, guys.
Check, test, George Beers. Check, test, George Beers. Yes. Too close.
Make some noise! All right, boys, let's go. Good afternoon. My apologies. I just arrived here from England, so I'm a bit tired right now. My apologies. The only reason why I don't have an accent, sir, is I've been educated in the United States of America, so please, to yourself, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Lance. I am currently 46 years old. I'm surprised I've lived longer than both my parents. They unfortunately came down with many different colds during the past couple of years. We did as much blood draining as possible. Unfortunately, it didn't work. So here I am today, and just to help support my corner store, if you're all interested in buying the best flour in the region, by all means come to my store. For only 2 cents, you can have yourself flour, ham, plus you can also have anything that you would like in the candy section. Thank you. You may applaud. My apologies for looking so, these were just laying around, these clothes. My apologies. I need to put on these. I don't know if you've seen these. These are brand new from Paris. These are wonderful. These are called eye assistants. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome everyone here to the hallowed halls here of McGill. This is, I don't know if you're used to this kind of display here today, but this is a wonderful day here in 1860, and we're so glad to have you wonderful people here, dressed very strangely nonetheless though, but still nonetheless though, very happy to have you here. As we prepare for the Dominion of Canada's birthday on July 1st of this year, 1867, we pause to celebrate our new nation by watching a spirited demonstration of our new national game called Lacrosse. This is a wonderful game. You're going to enjoy it. Thank you. A gentleman in his own right has decided to take this wonderful spirited game from the savages of Caughnawaga and created this wonderful new sided game. Oh, by the way, just to break character for a minute here, this is 1867, so no one get mad at me, okay? Back in character, thank you. Okay. To this wonderful game here that we have here, ladies and gentlemen, a dentist, a prominent Montreal personality, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. George Beers. Doctor, please.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Gentlemen, thank you. Thank you. Very wonderful gentleman. You can find his dentistry not too far away from here. Thank you. And of course, the Indian brave who has mastered the waters of Caughnawaga and the Lachine Rapids. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a spirited applause to Mr. Big John.
That's right. This my pencil is yellow.
Dr. Beers, very glad you're here. And of course, Big John, wonderful that you've made your appearance here today. Normally, you don't make these appearances here as you're busy on the waterfront, so we're very pleased to have you here today. Now, the question that I have here is actually for Dr. Beers. I understand that you were in the midst of writing a book on this splendid game.
Yes, indeed I am. I'm writing a book, basically writing down the rules of the game to begin a modern version of the game of lacrosse. As you know, some of you may know, I've been playing this game since I was 6 years old. I started playing in 1847. And I was taught the basics of the game, the basic skills of catching, throwing, running with the ball, and picking it up cleanly off the grass by my friends and my neighbors across the St. Lawrence, the Kahnawake Mohawk, and most especially by my brother, Big John.
Well, absolutely. Now, Big John, how is the modern sport different from the traditional game that you grew up with?
Yeah, well, thank you very much for having me. This new game, which our Canadian brothers call lacrosse, we here in Kahnawake, our people call Dalahondele, okay? This is a Mohawk sport. This is what this is. This is a native sport. And there's many changes to this game. This game is not, the new game is not really the medicine game. Now we play this game for the entertainment of the creator. For the creator, it is our medicine. This new version, this is not really our medicine game. That is sacred to us.
Now, Dr. Beers, why make this game the national sport of Canada?
Well, as Canada celebrates its nationhood, I felt we needed a modern version of an ancient game to represent our country. I mean, why should we accept the English game of cricket as our game? What has cricket to do with being Canadian? The sticks we use in the game of lacrosse are made from the wood from our trees. And the pockets of the sticks are made from the animals of our country. No game could be more perfect and more suitable to be our national game. And with that in mind, I felt that certain modifications needed to be made to the traditional game. It was, well, a bit too wild, a bit too violent. It needed to be more scientific.
Agreed, absolutely. Because as we all know, the game of lacrosse was quite a savage game that was being played by, well, educated to a point of, of the people of Kakanawanga. Now, I want to be sure with the rules here. Some of the rules that you've created to rein the ferocious nature of the traditional game. What are some of the rules that you've made?
First of all, you'll notice that the field is now organized. There are 2 6-by-6-foot goals with a crease line in front of about 6 feet. There is a mark center field where draws will now take place, and we've made the field a certain length to increase goal scoring. And I've standardized the equipment. The stick must have a flat pocket and at the very, very most be only 12 inches across the top. And the pocket must be made of gut or clock string, and the ball of Indian rubber sponge.
Now this right here, this game of Dewa Arlandu, this right here, you've actually made it flat. You've actually taken away the bagged pocket, which would give our people an advantage. And you've also shortened the field, which many know, all of us. Our warriors can run for great distances. This too would be an advantage toward our people. Now, for your players, and the things I've just said, what do you say to those comments?
Well, the field length is defined not to discourage your players' abilities, but to increase scoring and to focus the game and make it more interesting for the spectators. And as to the pockets, well, I've done this to lessen the swiping required to free the ball from the stick. Having players knock each other's teeth out on a regular basis would not serve to grow the game, although it would be delightful for my dentistry business.
Of course. One question I do have there, Dr. Beers, do you have another rule regarding the play and the Indians playing this sport?
Well, I say no Indian may play for a white club unless agreed upon by both teams. See, in these early days of the modern game, an Indian player has a tremendous advantage over the non-native newcomers. So one extra native player can completely alter the course of a game played by the white man.
And this rule right here, we really don't agree or really care for this rule. It actually restricts the number of my people involved in the new version of this game.
True.
Well, I don't want to offend you there, good sir, but it does seem a bit harsh there, sir, don't you find?
It does, but I believe it is necessary to grow the game. And in time, we will not need this rule. We will catch up.
Now, is there anything else you could tell us about the game?
Well, I've created 12 positions on the field to help organize things. A goalkeeper, who obviously defends the goal. Point, the first man out from the goal. A cover point, who is in front of the point. A center, the player who faces or draws the ball. And home, he is the player that is nearest the opponent's goal. And the other 7 players are called fielders and are simply located where the team feels it makes sense.
Now, Dr. Beers, is there any governance of this said sport here?
We have 4 umpires, 2 near each goal, and a referee to solve disputes, a total of 5 officials.
And any of the points that are good to know?
Well, no spikes, and no throwing the stick, and of course, the oldest rule taken from the traditional game, you cannot touch the ball with your hands unless you are the goalkeeper.
I am glad to see at least one aspect of our original game has been incorporated and left into the new version, Yawa.
Well, to me, gentlemen, it sounds very straightforward. Are we ready to play the game there, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I do believe that we are going to get ready to play this wonderful game called lacrosse. I would like to hear a wonderful spirited cheer from our fellow folk out here. Let's count to three. 1, 2, 3. Hip hip!
Hooray!
Hip hip!
Hurrah!
Hip hip!
Hurrah!
That is absolutely
go.
wonderful. This
Dewa
crowd,
Arlandu. Dewa Arlandu.
it sounds like this crowd is getting a little bit out of control,
It's
perhaps.
very hot out here.
Remember that you're good Canadians. Please relax. Thank you.
They've only been good Canadians for about a week.
Actually, it's about, I think, maybe 5 hours.
5
I'm not
hours.
sure. Give or take.
In Indian time, that's 4 weeks.
Oh, my brother, you. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for an 1867 lacrosse game?
Yes, sir.
I think so. Well, first of all, we are going to go across the mighty St. Lawrence River and welcome the Caughnawaga Lacrosse Club. Let's give them a round of applause. These guys have suited up, and they've done a wonderful job in getting themselves all together here today. Do you guys want to hear their names? They have some wonderful names here, ladies and gentlemen, because these are breaking out of character. These are the real names of the lacrosse team that played in 1867. We honor these guys. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to Aduma, Wisse, Aduma, Wisse, Satskarde, Jer, Francis Jacob, Lagari, Satsani, Sagerdis, Gore, Sawadis, and Baptiste. 1867 real players. This is them.
Yay!
Give them a round of applause. To give you an idea, ladies and gentlemen, they are coming in their traditional way, but now they are following the Dr. Beer's way of running the, I guess you would call the course of the lacrosse team.
Yes.
Yes, this is wonderful. I love how they're all organized with their colored jerseys and, of course, their long johns. Very nice. We do have a Montreal team here, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause to our Montreal team. Actual names from 1867. Let's honor them too by calling out M. Poulin, William Matley, Duncan Edward Bowie, Hugh Beckett, J. A. Moore, J. O'Brien, E. Hart, Henry Beckel, Stevenson, John Canadian, John Rice, Davidson, Hutchinson, Clough, William McFarland, Middlemiss, Cushing, Whitehead, Robertson, and McDonald.
That's it. Take the run around, boys.
Should be a very good matchup today. The Creator has definitely blessed us with a beautiful day for this new game.
And you'll see as they run around the field that once again, the audience is focused on the game itself.
We'd like to introduce to you our 3 officials for today's game. I'd like to give a round of applause to these fine gentlemen who are recently, I guess you can say they're Dr. Beers, new to the rules of this game, but have adhered to all the rules that you've given them.
They've studied what I've written down.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen, Tom, Dick, and Harry. We didn't get their names, sorry.
Is there a reasoning for the one black hat? Is he like the official ruler?
That's exactly right there, sir. He is
Correct.
the actual official who's going to be overseeing the junior officials that are out there.
Head official, head chief.
Now, one of the things I'd like to say, first of all, ladies and gentlemen, you are allowed to applaud for this wonderful spirited game. Choose your team. It should be noted that the Caughnawaga team here is wearing the red shorts, And the Montreal team is wearing the black shorts. Now, it is a wonderful day that we're having here today because, as my good friend here, Big John, has told me, the creator has given us a sunny day. Is that correct?
Absolutely, yes. This
Is there a prayer
great
that
day
you'd like to
for
offer for today's wonderful spirited game?
We spoke with them, and it's already been presented out. Yes, it has. But it's definitely a good. I want everyone here to enjoy what you see here. Feel the spirit of what's being done. Always, always, always compete with the spirit, not with each other. Compete with the spirit, and feel that here today.
Now, the captains are going to meet in the middle to speak with the officials. And they're going to be reminded that they want a clear, fair game, and the rules will be strictly interpreted and adhered to. The captains have received some of their instructions now from the junior lacrosse official. And as the officials are being newly schooled in this wonderful game of lacrosse, you know that this game is going to be, how should we say, interesting. Now, Dr. Beers, I have a question for you. All the teams are in their final preparation. Can you share with us some of the vision for this great game of lacrosse?
Well, certainly. If Greece is indebted to the Olympic Games, if England has cause to bless the game of cricket, so may Canada be very, very proud of lacrosse. And I look forward to seeing this game spread throughout the world. In fact, I see these two teams going to Great Britain and playing this wonderful game before Queen Victoria and her loyal subjects.
We would actually welcome the opportunity to travel across and play for our ally, the Queen. Very welcomed opportunity indeed. Yeah.
Well, absolutely. I think it would be quite the trip for everyone to take, boating across the Atlantic to educate on our national sport. You know, Canada deserves the attention at this point here for making sure that this game is brought out to life. Dr. Beers, any comments on that?
Yes, Canada deserves the attention. We are a new nation among old nations, and the world should come to know us.
Well, it looks like we are getting ready with the beginnings of the game here. As you can tell, the official is, well, he's a little bit warm at this time. It is a warm day here in the city of Montreal. Before it was called Jogge. Now it's Montreal. My apologies for showing my back, but unfortunately I want to see the professional game that's going to be played here today, so my apologies in advance.
I think I will step down and allow the audience to see as well.
Absolutely. What we could do is we could perhaps take a wonderful seat here and we can discuss about the game as the game is being played. Gentlemen, please take a seat.
Thank you.
Yo. They can hear everything.
Breaking character. I gotta stand. Okay.
Good.
Relief.
Well, it looks like the rules have been explained. Looks like we're going to get ready for the game here.
George.
Thank you. Tawa araton.
The Creator's Game, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, looks like the game is now being put in the middle of the ball. And we are going to have the face-off. Kakanawalga usually has their war cry as they're about to begin. And the game has begun. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for these two teams here. Looks like Kakanawalga has the possession of the ball. One question that I do have there for Dr. Beers. Dr. Beers, is this the first time that you've actually seen your rules actually being applied in lacrosse?
Yes, it is. I have frequently gone across the river to play in Kahnawake. This particular team, the Montreal Lacrosse Club, has been over many times. We have succeeded in winning only one game so far, but this is the first time I'm seeing the brand new rules.
Now, I have a question for you there, my good native brother.
Yes.
What is the reasoning for you to be here to watch this lacrosse game? Because you are from the old-time lacrosse games, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yes, long ago, and of course, all this that's led up to now. Definitely, there was a lot more involved, a lot more time taken. Games were over great distances, and to see it now, how it's more focused. The energy is actually more focused. Everything is more compact.
Well, it
So you're going to
certainly
get a lot
is.
more
As you
action
can
such
see
as
now,
this.
we're going to go back into play right now. It seems like Montreal has the ball. Montreal trying to see if they can score their first goal here against
along,
the
boys.
Kahnawake Indians, and it doesn't look like it's going to be happening at this time. Kahnawake now has possession of the ball. Kahnawake looking for an opening. Passes the ball over there to Baptiste. Baptiste is certainly someone who has done a great deal of work for the game of lacrosse and has a wonderful farm and has more than 9 children at this time. And we thank you, Baptiste, for coming out here today. Which is trying to get the ball there from Jacob. Jacob having a bit of a hard time here getting hold of the ball. But it looks like, to me, it looks like Montreal now has the ball. Dr. Beers, it's a very exciting day to see this type of lacrosse that's being played. Do you remember the old games as a child that were being played in the Indian community?
I remember seeing the game and rejoicing at the joy and the vigor that was played by the young men. I think that some of the images taken from watching those games would be suitable for any artist today who is equal to the task of painting or sculpting any image for the Olympic Games, for example, or the Roman Forum.
Oh, absolutely. And one of the things that I notice is the modern wear that they're wearing now, consisting of the short trunks and the long johns, which, of course, on a day like today, is very cooling.
Yes.
I'm wearing 20 layers of clothes.
Especially for our young warriors, they're actually adapting well to this clothing.
I would have to say
Playing
they
well as
certainly
well.
are. And it looks like the play is still going over. Now it looks like Kahnawake is trying to see if they can score a goal here. But it looks like that Kahnawake is getting in there, having a bit of a hard time there. Montreal is getting
That's it,
the
boys.
possession
Steady.
of the ball, and they shoot. And no score yet for either one of the teams. Now, interestingly enough, I don't know if you know this or not there, ladies and gentlemen, but the ball is directly from the dark and also sinister and mysterious country of India, where rubber is being produced. Is there a reasoning why, Dr. Beers, that the lacrosse ball is from India?
Well, quite frankly, the Indian rubber ball is made of the most magnificent rubber in the world today. But the reason it's made by one single material is to make sure that the game is played with the same materials by all teams. Once again, focusing everything down to a very standard form.
Absolutely. I can see exactly why you would want to do that. Montreal there passing one of the Kahnawake players. Montreal is still in possession of the ball, but it looks like there's a bit of a scruffle in the side over there. Where Kahnawake is trying to break and get the ball there. Montreal trying to shoot here. Very, very close shot here that came across from Montreal, trying to score in Montreal.
I will agree with the Indian rubber. That's one aspect I strongly agree with. We've also.
And it looks like Montreal
well
has scored
played, boys.
the first goal here today.
Well played, boys.
Totally forgot what I was going to say.
The regrouping of the Kahnawake team here seems to be in a little bit of a dispute over the officials, thinking that quite possibly the officials may be a little bit one-sided towards the Montreal team, considering the Montreal team has only won one game as opposed to Kahnawake, who's won 425,000 games just last year. And we got Kakinawanga with possession of the ball. Got a bit of a breakaway there from Jacob. Kakinawanga picking up the ball with Gunawaga getting in there. Deep in the pocket, we got Kakinawanga losing the ball, being a back pass there all the way. Montreal becoming pretty adept with these lacrosse sticks.
Oh, very.
Kakinawanga trying to get in there. And the shot is taken. Please cheer on our wonderful Kakinawanga Indians and our Montreal Lacrosse Club.
For a long time, our ball was made with the animal skin itself, the leather of the skin and filled. We even also used wood many times.
Absolutely. Well, and one of the things I wanted to ask you there, as you're watching this modern game of lacrosse there, Big John, what kind of memories do you have of lacrosse from a long time ago when most of the lacrosse players would play barefoot?
It was a painful time, but you definitely learn many things. Just in the structure of the lacrosse stick itself, Doctor, if I may, how it's woven together. This is how the actual team itself is made. Everyone comes together to make this one thing.
Interestingly enough here, as things are going back into play, we're looking at Kakinawanga trying to get hold on a position of the ball here, trying to find an open man here. Kakinawanga having a bit of a hard time. We're looking at Wisse, who unfortunately didn't get an opportunity to play last year. He was busy planting corn on the whole island of Montreal by himself because he lost a bet, and he did a wonderful job to supply corn in Jowerodo as well.
Marvelous over the shoulder.
Marvelous,
pass.
gentlemen. Marvelous pass here, ladies and gentlemen. We're seeing Kakinawanga having a bit of a struggle here with the Montreal club here. And what a quick goal.
Wonderful pass.
Don't be surprised seeing Kakinawanga getting frustrated and fighting soon.
That's why I'm here.
Now, Kakinawanga, what they're doing right now is they're in a huddle position. Dr. Beers, this is something very common from the old game where you would see gentlemen get together and discuss about the next couple moves for lacrosse. Is this permitted within the rules?
It will be permitted within the rules. As the rules evolve, there will be associations, I trust, in the future that will basically make the rules solid and uniform throughout the country.
Well, there you go, Dr. Beers. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Beers with commentary on the lacrosse game. Give a round of applause to his fine dentistry. You can find him by the old pier. If you are from England, he will fix your teeth. We're playing every stereotype today, so I'm just letting you know.
I have business cards.
Once again, we're going to have a face-off in the middle here. Our official, who is certainly becoming very, how can I say, warm with all the clothes that he has on today, was very smart in bringing an umbrella to making sure that he was covered here today. Face-off starts here. Looks like Montreal's got the lacrosse ball. Passing it on there. We got Baptiste who's going to be running across on the side here. And whoa, look at that. Losing possession of the ball. Ball goes to Kakinawanga. Kakinawanga deciding to take possession of the ball, passing it across field. Here, the shot, unfortunately, not in the net there. Montreal getting another opportunity to score on Kakinawanga. That gentleman that's up there right now is somebody who I've seen many times play the old version of lacrosse. He now works on the shipyards in Montreal. We'd like to give a big round of applause to Adua, who's out there today.
Yo.
He has a large family to feed as well. Kakinawanga trying to keep possession of the ball. Montreal picking up the ball here. And there it is, it's up. But you know, Kakinawaga's getting out there. Ball's being passed around here, back and forth with Montreal in possession of the ball. Montreal now passing it back and forth. to try to see if they could dominate this lacrosse game. Kakanawanga fighting as hard as they can, holding on to the game here. With Montreal trying to get the ball there, but it looks like Kakanawanga is in the midst there of holding on to him pretty tightly. Kakanawanga with the ball with an opportunity to pass it out pretty far. Do they take that opportunity, pass it on the side lines? With Montreal now holding on to the lacrosse ball. I'd like to ask you a question there, Big John. How long did it take you to get over here from Montreal, get here to Montreal from Kakanawanga? And there you go, before we talk about that, Kakanawanga with a goal.
Well played. But about as much time it took to applaud after that goal. That's how long it took me. It didn't take much at all to come across when you know the rapids. The St. Lawrence River runs the same all the time, and as long as you know it, you can navigate those rapids.
I
Much
hear that.
fast-paced like this game right here. Very fast-paced, very strong. The rapids of the St. Lawrence aren't as strong and as rapid as this. This is.
I heard that you have
see.
a contract now with the Egyptians, that you're going to be working along with them and helping bringing Englishmen down the Nile.
Not for another 14 years, but yep. Heading down that Nile. Yes, I'm going to be navigating the River Nile for the English.
In 14
British.
years. And there we have a little bit of restriction there with the lacrosse ball trying to get loose out there. Kakanawanga definitely getting out there and making every ample attempt here to try to get the ball.
Here we go. There it is. There we go. Here we go.
There it is.
And there we go with
Defend.
with Montreal with the ball once again. And Montreal trying to get another opportunity to score on Kakanawanga. Looks like the ball is not picked up for Kakanawanga. Kakanawanga coming in there. And the shot a bit wide. And Kakanawanga once again picking up the ball. Looking for an opportunity to pass it across. Passing it across to the Kakanawanga player with no avail.
Dr.
like-
Beers, understanding your changes that you've made to our traditional game, reading about it is one thing, but to see it in action, I understand how this is going to go a lot farther now.
It is a wonderful game. And I hope these changes allow it to spread throughout the world.
Kakanawanga trying to get a hold of the ball here. It looks like a bit of a struggle here. Kakanawanga now has control of the ball, looking for an opening over here. Blasted right through the Montreal player. The Montreal getting another opportunity to get the ball. Picking it up there is a little bit difficult, but Kakanawanga picks up the ball there, trying to get in the middle there. Montreal claiming the ball, but Kakanawanga getting right in the midst of the action, building and building and building, trying to pump out the lacrosse ball. With Montreal now in possession, with the ball being pushed out there. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, not one person has any type of protection whatsoever. Lacrosse ball is passed all the way for an opportunity for Kakanawanga to score.
There.
Intercepted by Montreal. Now the Kakanawanga boys are going running back.
Blew a moccasin.
One of the moccasins seem to have fallen off the players.
Yep. There we go.
There you go, Kakanawanga trying to pass the ball as far and wide as possible. Running onto the hallowed fields of McGill University, where bloodletting is one of the key places to be done here. I don't know if you're familiar with that. Become a barber today and you can bloodlet as much as you'd like. And now we're over back into the action of the lacrosse game. Looks like Caughnawaga trying to desperately try to get a shot on the Montreal team right now. Montreal dominating the game. Caughnawaga holding on to the
Dr.
lacrosse
Beers,
ball.
They seem to be adapting well. They're playing
do.
well,
They're playing very well.
Both clubs are very strong.
And the ball being passed to
Very happy
Caughnawaga.
to see.
Caughnawaga holding on to the ball right now. Hopefully looking for somebody who's open, right in the, almost in the pocket of Montreal.
There you go. There you go, there you go. Hanyo.
Montreal trying to desperately hold on to the ball here. Caughnawaga getting a little bit fierce here. Period of play is lasting another 30 seconds here. The countdown is on for the lacrosse players to take a small little mini break here in between periods where they can actually regroup. 20 seconds is left, and we're now continuing on with the lacrosse game with running into the few last seconds of the lacrosse game. Now we're looking at 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and we're going to take a small little break here for the Montreal and Caughnawaga teams to regroup. A wonderful spirited game between the two opposing teams. I'd like to ask a question to Dr. Beers. I'm over here sitting down on this wonderful stool. My apologies for yelling so loud. But Dr. Beers, I do have a question in regards to the lacrosse players that you're seeing here. What is the age group that you find would be suitable for lacrosse players to play?
Well, currently our lacrosse players are of all ages, from very, very young men, but we're looking now to have young men and boys between the ages of about 17 to 20, and we will eventually break the game down, I think, it's an idea of mine anyway, into different age groups.
Now, I'd like to ask the question of Big John. What do you feel about that? As you know, many natives from Caughnawaga receive a lacrosse stick when they're very young. Should they start at that age, or do you agree with Dr. Beers?
Well, this game right here, this is the rules that he's put into forth to make this game proceed forward. As for us, as for our culture, we still start out at an extremely young age, right from the time that they're small babies. The lacrosse stick goes right into their hand, and they learn right from that point on. We have many of our older elders in our territory also still play lacrosse very competitively, very strongly. So all ages are definitely welcome, and that's where we start out.
As I said earlier, I started playing the game when I was 6 years old. There is no better time to start than as soon as you can get on your feet with a stick in your hand, as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
But for the organized game, I think we are going to actually set standards.
I think what we're looking at here is we're looking at a wonderful, organized, and civilized game here today, Mr. Dr. Beers. Ladies and gentlemen, are you enjoying today's lacrosse tournament that you've seen here today?
Marvelous.
Okay, slightly breaking out of character. This is pretty cool because this was scripted. Then they said backstage, the heck with it, we want to play lacrosse.
So you guys are actually seeing a real lacrosse game here. So we're having a good time here. Everyone have a good time? Yeah?
All right.
I'm having a good time.
Very nice.
I'm hot. 1, 2, 3, 4 layers of clothes on a day like today.
Welcome to the Victorian era.
I know, right? What a wonderful time. I'm very warm right now.
I'm
breaking
actually
the fourth
overdressed for
wall.
my people, too. I should be out there half naked just enjoying myself, man.
Just a little reminder here, and this is from the organizers. We like to make sure that children, make sure you drink as much water as possible. Adults, make sure you have some water handy for yourself as well. Make sure you're hydrated. It's a warm, warm day here today, here in Montreal.
And once again, thank you guys for being with us. This is pretty good. Thank you so much. Yawa.
Gentlemen, are we ready to return back to play for this wonderful spirited game of lacrosse? As John and Baptiste get into the center of the lacrosse area, they know the rules that they have to pass on to the other lacrosse players, and they are suited and ready to go. And the game has started with Kakinawanga possession of the ball. Here we go, round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Kakinawanga now picking up the ball, trying to find an opening here for someone to see if they can shoot it on net here. Kakinawanga trying to hold on to the possession of the ball. The shot. With now Montreal picking up the ball. Kakinawanga once again returning back into play here with the lacrosse ball being passed to another Kakinawanga player. Stepping out of the goal, it was a Kakinawanga player. Another Kakinawanga player is trying to get in there, making sure that they can hold on the position of not getting Montreal to score a goal. Montreal desperately trying to get another goal. And pretty close. And it looks like it is a goal.
The umbrella.
Marvelously played.
Once again, Montreal coming out a little bit victorious. Looks like they might win game number 2.
We're still adapting to these new rules.
Well, that seems to be one of the issues here there,
Yes.
Big John. It seems like these rules are harboring the game against Kakinawanga. Kakinawanga at this point would have been running all over the place here, but this is restricting them from actually playing the proper game that they're used to.
Yes.
Dr. Beers, in light of hearing what I had to say about the game, do you think it's still needed to be regimented as far as the rules are concerned?
Well, I believe so. As you had said earlier about the earlier games, the game, the playing field itself, would be the land all about. It could be that. And in focusing the game this way, we allow the spectators to be in tighter and closer and truly feel the spirit of the game.
Absolutely. It looks like Kakinawanga scored there. And again, once again, playing with a wonderful, fine Indian ball from the dark reaches of India. Rules have been given to the two players here, the two captains of the game. And it looks like they're about to serve. And there's now serving. Kakinawanga trying to pick up trying to get right deep into the Montreal area. Kakinawanga now trying to get a redemption here after trailing this a little bit behind here, trying to see if they can try to score a couple more goals. Is anyone familiar, by the way, with Bob Cole? Bob Cole, the commentator for the Montreal Canadiens, would be like, "Oh boy, we got a lacrosse game here. What a lacrosse game being played here."
There you go.
Cool. Beautiful pass.
Good pass off. Good pass.
Oh, there you go.
Well
Kakinawanga
played.
once again scoring a goal.
Well played.
I'm sitting here with a alien who happened to come close to me, wearing some weird clothes. But anyway, thank you, gentlemen, for coming here. Ladies and gentlemen, our key organizer here just letting us know that he's having a wonderful time, and hopefully you're having a wonderful time here today too. So once again, Kakinawanga with a goal, and looks like Montreal is having a little bit of difficulty here, especially with the light clothes they're wearing. And there you go. Once again, you see Montreal coming out. And looks like Kakanawaka is getting the oh, just stick to say Kakanawaka. Kakanawaka is getting the ball here now. Montreal missing an opportunity to pass one of the players. Almost going near Dr. Beers. Dr. Beers looks like he wants to get involved in the game automatically, but
Moment to be goalkeeper.
oh, absolutely,
Once
of course.
again.
Of course, it would be wonderful, Dr. Beers, if you can get back in there.
This may be a time where you'll see the stamina of our people outweigh here in the rest of this match.
Oh, absolutely. You can see that. As you can see, Kakanawaka trying to score a goal here by rolling it in. And there you go. We have one of the players here from Montreal that's struggling to pass the ball here. Kakanawaka getting their shoes all nice and dirty here and getting their wings for today's lacrosse game, passing it across over to Montreal. Montreal trying to get a shot in here. The shot.
I didn't see the umbrella rise.
And it looks like, was it a goal, sir? It was something else there to be argued about, quite possibly. Seems like the crew from Montreal seems to be responding quite nicely with their booze and shrews.
There's a bushel of corn well spent right there, George Beers.
Very well spent.
And there you go, Kakanawaka once again with the ball. There you go, pass it around here. Trying to pick up the ball as much as possible. Kakanawaka looking to see if they can hold on to it. One of the most spirited guys who are playing it out there is Wisse. Wisse has certainly been playing lacrosse for a very long time, playing at a very small age. Actually played one of the old style games as one of the oldest lacrosse players out there who played both styles of the game. Montreal once again passing the lacrosse ball. Trying to pass it over there to find somebody. Backhand pass.
Oh.
What? Never seen that before in 1867. That was pretty awesome.
Oh.
And there you go, Montreal now scoring another goal. Looks like there's a huddle right now between Kakanawaka trying to regroup here while Montreal team is sitting there pretty nicely. Most of the Kakanawaka team here are now trying to play a brand new game outside of lacrosse. They're calling it hockey. I think that's the terminology here. It is a game that was actually established in the community of Kakanawaka. It is played during the winter time. I don't know if you're familiar with that. It is used actually by using lacrosse sticks and the gut taken out. And there is probably a lot more people who play lacrosse and hockey than most.
How it got that name is they would hear us hit each other, and in pain would yell out, "Huggy! Huggy!"
That's an old Indian joke. I'm just throwing that out there.
Check my native joke book here.
That's awesome. All right, back in character, everybody. Okay, here we go.
Oh,
All right, so here we go. Kakanawaka with opportunity. Once again. Oh, what's going on? Baptiste, man.
Much like the river I'll be traveling on, denial.
You didn't read the script, Montreal. I'm just letting you know.
Page 2, it's right there.
It's right there. You're supposed to let Baptiste score. Okay, try again. Here we go.
There it is. Ooh. Thought we were going to have to bring out the stunt double. Good round, good match, good match.
Very good match.
I will say this, one of the things I see the most is the respect. The respect amongst the Warriors, the respect amongst the players, and the respect for the game.
Oh, absolutely. For sure. You definitely see that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like once again Kakanawaka has scored, is now a tie game from what I understand here. So whoever scores this goal here will ultimately win the said lacrosse game. Oh.
Oh!
Great to call it.
History lesson, very quick. First lacrosse game, 1867, between Caughnawaga and Montreal. It was stopped by the officials because they were in fear that Montreal would lose again. That's an actual fact. Take a look at exactly what happened. So the officials actually did stop the game back in 1867 in fear of Montreal because Dr. Beers was here and didn't want to embarrass him nonetheless. But back in character, Dr. Beers, what an upset for both teams. I don't understand why they stopped it.
Indeed, a draw. I don't understand why they stopped either. It was a marvelous game, well undertaken. I very much enjoyed the spirited play within the rules.
Absolutely, and as I walk over here and we just start discussing about these wonderful lacrosse rules here, I first want to address you as a gentleman and saying, Dr. Beers, your rules and your regulations certainly are an absolute addition to this wonderful game called lacrosse. Thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful game called lacrosse. And of course, I just want to say to you, sir, thank you very much for everything that you've done there. Gentlemen, if you could get out here and stand out here for pictures, we would appreciate that.
We'll do that.
Please.
Marvelous game, marvelous game. Nyawa!
Nyawa.
Yo. Dewa Arlandu. I didn't bring my good side. It's back in the truck. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
How you doing, brother? Nice job, man. Nice job. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being a part of this wonderful day. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you, Nyawagoa, and have yourself a great day. Onagiwai.